Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what the game has for me today. We've got the Cryptid, which I can't remember if we've done Cryptid already. Looks like we have not, so let's go ahead and roll and see what weapon we get. Submachine gun. So Cryptid with SMG is actually a surprisingly more difficult run than you might think, because we can't use lifesteal, which is one of the major advantages of submachine gun. So even though obviously this is still a very solid weapon, the fact that you can't use lifesteal with it to get the free infinite healing that it normally gives you is a real downside for the character. Also, the fact that it's a gun, meaning that we're going to have a harder time not breaking trees, is going to... because it's going to increase our range, is going to impact the character as well. Let's roll here and pick up some harvesting. And do I want Peaceful Bee? I don't think I do. Submachine gun really just wants you to get base ranged damage, so we will lock the Feather, but not the Peaceful Bee, and then we're going to roll. Buy another SMG and roll. Lens, perfect. We'll roll again, and another one, and roll. A little over average for the number of submachine guns that we would find on the first map here. That's because we ended up... that's because it's a gun, and there's a lot of guns in the game. So you often cannot roll specific guns very easily, because there's so many possibilities for the weapon tag. But so we got a little lucky and managed to roll 3 and lock a 4th. Cryptid's a really interesting character because... in the early game, of course, you're just saving the trees. You don't kill the trees. But if you keep doing that for the rest of the game, you're going to start falling behind economically, because the amount of money that you get from the trees doesn't keep up with how much money you would normally get from killing enemies, and you have 50% enemy material drop reduction. So what you need to do on this character usually is sometime in the mid-game transition to using high luck, and ideally bags and stuff like that, to drop crates from the trees and make your money by getting the free items from crates and any other additional money that you get from things like bag. Let's roll here. We'll take 5 harvesting, and we will roll again. And I could take a ranged damage, but I'm going to roll again and see if we can get a harvesting. We missed, but I'll take 5% attack speed. A fun thing to know about submachine gun is because of the animations, getting even a little bit of attack speed gives you a huge amount of damage increase on submachine gun, because there's a weird quirk with the animations for this weapon. Gonna roll here. Still looking for more SMGs. We missed, but 5 is pretty good for the first 2 waves for SMG. Of course, this is Crash Zone, so I need to be a little careful about the floaters when I'm playing with submachine guns, because they will spawn a lot of projectiles. I'm trying to pull the enemies really far away from the trees, because I still don't want to break trees by accident right now. That is going to mean that we're going to leave a lot of materials on the ground, but that's why we picked up so much harvesting early. We'll take 10 luck for sure, and then 8 harvesting. That's perfect. If I can find a harvesting item in this shop, then we can get to 21, start growing by 2 per wave. But the 10 luck was so good there, because we are going to need high luck in order to transition into our late game strategy of actually breaking the trees on purpose. We'll take another tree. More trees is more good for this character, and we will take a submachine gun. Defective steroids. We do want to buy some HP, but we don't need to right now. Of course, we're going to need to use regeneration for this character because we can't use lifesteal on the Cryptid. At least not easily. We could, I suppose, technically find 100 plus lifesteal and get to lifesteal positive, but not in any realistic scenario. I'm going to break 1 tree there just to make sure I'm picking up some of those material drops. And there we go. 175 on wave 4 is great, obviously, but we will need to transition to a luck-based economy pretty soon. Here I'm just going to take 8% damage. It's a level 2 upgrade. I could take 5 harvesting as well, but we're already up to 21 harvesting, so that's the most important milestone. We'll take 2 ranged damage, because the flat damage on submachine guns is the most important thing. take all of these items. That's perfect. And then we'll do a reroll, take another submachine gun and a reroll. And we can definitely get away with Weird Ghost on this character, so I will take that. And I also want regen. So even though it cost me 2 luck, very bad for the Cryptid, we will still buy the mushroom. We'll take a hedgehog as well. And I'll do 1 reroll to see if I can hit another SMG. Book, of course, is also somewhat interesting for this character because there's a decent chance that we want to go into a Pocket Factory build eventually, since we have so many trees. I'm going to kill the first 2 trees that spawn here, just in case I happen to walk into an enemy attack. We do get the regen from the trees, so I could have left them alive, but I wanted to just pick up those consumables just to cut off the chance that I completely beef it and just lose the run on an easy character with a strong weapon, which would be embarrassing. And you can see here, 150, that's partly because I killed 3 trees, but 150 materials is definitely below where you would want to be on wave 5 on most characters, so you can see we're already starting to fall behind. I could take 6 speed, and I think I will. Just getting some movement speed going early is really nice, and then we will buy these 3 cheaper items, but I will lock the missile. Maintaining positive attack speed is really important for this character, but percent damage also really good. We'll take another feather. With a couple feathers, we could end up with getting to high dodge fairly early. Bone dice, I think I will take. It's early enough that I think we'll get decent value out of the bone dice as well. It's always so freeing when you go from 0 movement speed to any movement speed and your character suddenly starts going places. Also, I will say, we're getting wildly unlucky on material drops. We have a 50% chance to not drop on anything from enemies, and I think we killed, like, 12 enemies and got 3 material drops in the start of this wave. It's slightly worse than 50% because by default on wave 6, they already have a small chance not to drop anything, but still, we were way under par there. Waiting for a lot of enemies to spawn so that I can shoot them instead of the trees. I don't want to increase my range. I could take 3 regen, and I think I will, just making sure that we're staying at high health is very important. Let's go ahead and buy all of these items. The gecko will be helpful because we are leaving a lot of materials on the ground. Lumberjack shirt, very dangerous for this character. We will eventually want Lumberjack shirt plus Pocket Factory, but in the early game, maybe we don't want it. Another tree is excellent, though. I think I will take the Lumberjack shirt, and we'll just have to be careful with our movement until we get enough luck that we want to be breaking trees on purpose. I will say we're very low on luck right now. But we're also at the point where our damage is high enough that even, you know, without Lumberjack shirt, it's going to be hard not to kill trees if I start shooting them by accident. So I don't think that the Lumberjack shirt is going to make a big difference to how often we kill the trees. Like, I guess we would have killed 1 more tree so far with Lumberjack shirt, because that one would have died. Kill that slasher there, and then unfortunately a bunch of trees spawned on top of us, so we're not going to get that much money from them right now, but we are getting a decent amount of income here. And then I'm going to roll here. I'm looking for luck if we can find it, though I will just take, again, 3 ranged damage, and there we go, 15 luck, that's perfect. 15 luck, so 23 luck and a bag. That puts us in much better shape to start killing trees. We're going to go ahead and combine the submachine gun. Piercing shots, really nice for submachine gun. So even though crit chance isn't that important for this character, we can buy the eye patch here anyways. I don't care about the accuracy loss, and the piercing shots are very, very good. We'll go ahead and buy the coffee, I think, and then lock SMG and mutation, and then do a reroll here. We can take a cyber ball, and we can take a lens, and that's a really solid set of items. So now I just need a little bit of HP and armor, and we should be in excellent shape. So killed one tree there, didn't get a crate out of it. Killed another one, didn't get a crate out of it. We're basically just gonna stay in this like lower left corner, I think. And that way we'll kill just a few trees with our lumberjack shirt, and we'll be able to run up and pick up some of these materials closer to the end of the wave. I guess we did get a fairly unlucky tree spawn there where they all spawned on top of me, because we still don't want to kill every tree on the map yet. But we do want to kill enough that we can get at least 1 or 2 crates. There we go, 2 crates, that's perfect. And so we still made 300 materials, we got 2 crates, so we got 2 free items, which is excellent. We'll take a coffee. Small fish I'll take as well. And now I'm just going to take 6 max HP, because 25 is quite low. Then we're going to go ahead and buy all of these items and roll. Wheelbarrow I will buy, especially because this helmet we have available, so we can get back to 0 armor. I definitely need to pick up some armor, though. But we've got all level 2 SMGs, which is where SMG is at its most efficient. We don't have much AoE damage for the wave 9, for wave 9, but we do have a cyber ball, which helps clear these enemies, and we have the eye patch, so we do get the occasional piercing shot, not frequent because our crit chance is really low, but anything is better than nothing here. Gonna go ahead and kill a couple trees just to pick up some of these materials in the center. Got that charger killed there. I'd like to kill like 2 or 3 more trees this wave just to be able to drop a crate. The chance of dropping a crate reduces with every crate that you've dropped so far. So you can often kill trees until you drop like 1 or 2 crates, and then you can stop. Because it gives you higher value to kill the trees before you've dropped crates. Unfortunately, we got fairly unlucky there, and because we have 50% lower material drops, most characters would be getting a lot more money this wave than we do, so we're a little behind economically. Again, this is why we want to transition to the luck-based economy later on. Take the leather vest, we'll take, I could take claw tree. I do want more crit chance because we have the eye patch. Black belt, we currently have -6 XP gain, but it does cost me 8 luck. I think I'm going to pass on both of these items. I feel like there's more important stuff that we can roll for. Definitely taking a fertilizer. The little frog, also worth 10 harvesting, does cost me some dodge, but both pickup radius and harvesting are good, so I will take that. It's a little late, but still not bad. We'll take a coffee, we'll take a metal detector, and another small fish. Sure, roll here, and I'll take a tentacle as well. That's a good way to heal that doesn't require us to leave trees alive and doesn't require us to have lifesteal. Basically, the challenge for this character is just maintaining your income. And because you will reach a point where the natural income from having trees alive at the end of the wave is not sufficient, you need to find other ways to do that. There are lots of ways that work. The luck economy is the most consistent, you know, just like real life, just get lucky. But another way is Black Flag or Hunting Trophy if you happen to roll into those. Starfish also mostly offsets the material drop penalty, so you can use that as well. Okay, we finally got a crate drop. Was hoping for a second one. Okay, nice. We got a second crate drop. So we made decent money, dropped 2 crates. That's perfect. Take the dangerous bunny. We'll take a garden, because why not? Crit chance I will take here, just because it's a decent increase to our damage output and synergizes with some of our other items. Even at 1.5x, you can still just buy crit chance on submachine guns, because you attack so often. It's still a pretty reasonable increase to your damage output. We'll take cake. Mushroom I'll grab as well, because I do still want more regen. Landmines I'm going to pass on. We don't have a Pocket Factory yet. If we had Pocket Factory, I might take the landmines to trigger Pocket Factory more. Jerky is a great way to heal, so very happy with that. And Tyler is similar to the landmines in that if we had Pocket Factory, I might focus more on structures, but we don't have one. I'd also want to have more luck than we've found so far this run. I will say this is a pretty low luck run for a cryptid run. Taking a few hits here, so I'm going to run in and grab that consumable. Need some more max HP. 36 with 0 armor is just not really playable once we hit these later waves. It would be better if we could use lifesteal like a normal normal SMG build could, but we cannot. And gonna try to break a couple trees for crates, but we're getting very unlucky on crate drops too. This is a funny run because I don't think we're in danger of losing, but we are running quite below par. I'll definitely take a little muscly dude. Oh, we had 2 armor. My mistake. Here I'm taking 15 luck. So now that I've got plus 50 plus luck, I think we're in much better shape to break trees. We're going to go ahead and take a submachine gun. Sunglasses I will take, again, because the piercing shots are very nice. Honey will grab 3 range damage. Is excellent. And then I'm going to roll again. And I don't have any explosions or anything. We keep getting offered peaceful bees, which I wish we could take, but you just can't take them on a ranged build like this. So I just need... This is a fairly difficult elite for us. I need good movement here. I almost died. So I'm just going to back off and try not to have that happen. Pick up a consumable, so now we're in very good shape because we have jerky, so we're healing over time. Our piercing shots are not reliable enough for me to clear through the rib cages and also hit the elite easily, but we were able to kill it. I've dropped 1 green crate so far and the red crate. It's kind of weird. So playing with submachine gun, I just expect to heal up immediately all the time. Because anytime you play with submachine gun, you just buy lifesteal and you get infinite free healing. So I feel like my expectations of my current health are thrown off quite frequently with this run because we don't have that free healing from lifesteal, so I have to do other stuff to maintain my health. The torture, I think, is still not going to be good, though. We have better healing than this already. I could just take 7 more crit chance, but let's just take 9 max HP. Ricochet, so this obviously is going to break all the trees if I buy the Ricochet and give me negative damage. But it's too much fun not to take. So we're just going to transition fully into the luck economy. We're just going to try to buy more luck here. Very happy to see a warrior helmet, and I'm going to reroll, take another submachine gun. And I think I will mirror the warrior helmet, so I'm going to lock that. We'll lock a small fish as well. So the Ricochet is going to break all the trees because we have Lumberjack Shirt and Ricochet. So we're just going to have to hope that we get enough item drops from crates to make up for that. But Ricochet is one of those items where even when it's not good, I'm always going to buy it because it's just so much fun. Looks like we've dropped 1 crate so far. So up to this point, this was a very normal cryptid run, running a little cold in terms of like the items that we found and the luck that we've had overall. With the Ricochet, this has become a very bizarre cryptid run where we're just killing every single tree on the map. So we're going to be operating on quite low materials for the rest of the run because the Ricochet just ruined our economy. But we should hopefully get some crates. Now, we only got 1 this wave. I will take 12 max HP, though. That will help us out a lot. And then let's go ahead and... I think we can just do all of this, right? No, I messed up. I did the math totally wrong there. So, should have been able to buy the warrior helmet. Unfortunately, I was not able to. I will lock the Lost Duck here, and I do still want to mirror the warrior helmet, not Lost Duck. So, we're just going to play a little loose this wave. Now, the nice thing about Ricochet is that we can just focus this elite down, and the Ricochet bullets will clear the rest of the wave for us. Took a couple hits there, so I'm going to back off to this garden and pick up some consumables for the jerky healing. Maybe I should have bought the torture, actually. Our healing is really not good. All right, there we go. Managed to clear the elite. I mean, I again ruined my healing because we bought the ricochet. All right, give me some crates. We'll take luck over pretty much any stat at this point. Did get 4 crates, finally. I'll take a turret. It doesn't matter now that we have ricochet. 6 range damage. Incredible find with the big arms there. And we'll take a pearl as well. Of course, we want to pick up a number of crates, so the pearl will be good economy if it happens to roll us into another pearl, and we're buying a lot of luck. Double warrior helmet we will take. Take a lost duck, take a small fish. Roll past the pencil there. Definitely going to take focus, and we can pick up the SMG and the bait here, and then roll. Take a beanie, because my movement speed is terrible right now. But the focus will be very good also. Took a couple hits there, but that's totally fine. Would love to find Pocket Factory. That's the thing that we're missing. You'll notice, even though I want Pocket Factory, I'm still not building engineering because we don't have it yet. So there's not much point in buying a bunch of engineering with our relatively limited funds. If we find efficient sources of engineering in a crate, then I'll probably pick it up. But otherwise, we're not going to spend money on it until we have the Pocket Factory. And even then, maybe not, because since we got the big arms, we don't really need the Pocket Factory to help us clear the wave. It will be helpful, but not, super important. It is obviously great for this character, which spawns a lot of trees, because that just means a lot of turrets. Go pick up some of these materials here. Alien tongue, great. Banner, we will definitely take as well. The range is kind of bad, but the attack speed is great. We will pick up more ranged damage, but I'm going to roll, actually. Yeah, okay, we can pick up 3 armor. That will help a lot. Black Flag, this should solve our economy problems. So very happy to see this item. We'll take a submachine gun. Too late for Little Frog. Rip and Tear, kind of fun. Also, we have 16 melee damage somehow, so we're going to pick up the Rip and Tear and maybe do a little bit more damage. Sunken Bell, I don't think we need it, actually. But I will buy another Pearl. So I just need a little more curse, and the Black Flag should give us all the money that we weren't getting up to this point. It's so difficult to pick up these materials with our movement speed this bad. This is one of the weirder runs I've done. It's so fun how one item purchase, in this case the ricochet, completely changes the nature of the run. But you can see we're actually making decent money per wave now because we have the Black Flag. Yeah, I'll take another eye pack, why not? And then let's re-roll here. I'm taking luck over everything, pretty much. Definitely going to buy the focus, because 30% is a lot of damage. And I'll take the crown. It obviously won't pay for itself, but, as always, King of Brotato, etc. We're going to take the cauldron as well. Pickup radius, really good for this character, and the extra damage will be quite nice also. So we're going to need a little more damage to kill the bosses quickly. That's the main thing that we need at this point. I would love to see some curse aliens spawn, because that would really help with our Black Flag. That loot alien was a nice find as well. The rib cages are starting to actually put us under a lot of pressure, because my damage is good, but not incredible. And again, we don't have free healing like we normally would from submachine guns. This is such a fascinating run. There was a loot alien down there, but we just didn't have the damage to kill it. Now that we've got Ricochet, we're just taking landmine. Triangle of Power, great find for us. We are not going to take that many hits, and the damage output that we get from this is huge. I will take the acid, I think, just to give us a little more HP buffer. Scar, even this late, I think is going to be worth 1 level, so it's worth spending 20 on. The sniper gun, I think, would be just worse than our submachine gun, so even though it's kind of a fun weapon, we're not going to buy it, and obviously it's against the rules of the challenge, but sometimes I buy fun weapons anyways. Penguin is a great find. This is going to be a lot of regeneration, because we drop a lot of consumables, of course. The Ice Cube, we have no way of doing elemental damage right now, so not buying Ice Cube. Let's see if we can focus some damage on this Elite here. Trying not to take too many hits because we have Triangle, but not a big deal if we take a couple. That's our first one. That's our second one. Okay, that's our third one. It is a big deal if I start taking way too many hits, not because of the Triangle, but because we might just die. So let's try not to let that happen. Come on, Pocket Factory. So there's actually some consideration for not killing the loot alien until the end of the wave, because it increases your chance of crate drops, but you really should just kill them anyways, just to make sure that actually happens. We'll take the bait here. Gambling token. I've got 12 armor. How likely am I to build dodge before the end of the game? I think reasonably likely, so I'll take that. Okay. I think this is an Estes couch run. We've got really good AoE clear because of all the ricochet, so we don't have to move around that much. We've already got minus 9% speed. So I think this is our second ever Estes couch on screen run. Another big arms. Yeah, minus movement speed plus range damage. Amazing. 43 for the hunting trophy. It'll pay for itself before the end of the run. And then I will just take 3 more ranged damage. I will grab a penguin and a pearl. A third eye patch I just don't think we need. We've got 90% damage, so 186 for 6% damage. Not very good. I'll take the SMG here. Double Obliterator would be kind of fun, but we're not allowed to buy it. We'll take an SMG. I'll take Ugly Tooth because we have Estes Couch, so that's going to give us more regen. And in fact, all of these items that decrease our speed are excellent. Oh, I'm so slow. What a weird run. Never got Pocket Factory, sadly, but now we've got great regeneration from the Estes Couch. And our damage is excellent because we found another, big arms and everything. Actually, maybe the hunting trophy won't pay for itself. I was thinking that we had 2 waves. For some reason, I thought we were on wave 17 instead of wave 18, so I don't think the hunting trophy will have paid for itself. I'll take the book here just for fun. I guess I will take the pencil, because this last box, it's gonna be Pocket Factory, right? Oh, it wasn't. But I'll take Tardigrade because we have the Triangle of Power. Take a range damage just to kill the bosses faster. So hunting trophy, we did make money off it. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, though. Go ahead and buy all these items and then do a quick reroll here. A Cyclops Worm, perfect. We just want more damage. And then Fishhook would have been nice, but we're going into the last wave. Focus and Schmoop both would have been fine. Let's roll again, though. We can take another submachine gun or a head injury. Which of these is going to be better? I think that the head injuries 6% damage matters more than upgrading our gun here, so I'll just take that. And then we'll go to wave 20. Got a position. Okay, I immediately lost my my tardigrade there, and then took a hit. Of course, with Estes' couch, it can be very difficult to maintain. You know, it's not a combo with Triangle of Power. It can be very difficult not to take damage, and we don't really get a choice of what we're focusing our damage on, but we should still have plenty of damage to be able to kill the bosses there, and we did manage to get through. What a bizarre run. That was really fun. It's so weird that we ended up with just like such an odd item combination for this character. All right, let's take a look at our items. So the bag ended up incredible, of course, because it's a luck-based run, though we only ended up with 75 luck. That's like 200 less than you want on the Cryptid. Bone dice, wow, that is a very poor ratio on bone dice. You should get 5 damage for every HP you lose, and we got only slightly more than 3 damage for every HP we lost. So bone dice still gave us 17 damage, so it was still a good item, but we, again, running cold on this run. Cyberball, 20k damage, not that much actually, which is surprising, again, for this character, because usually you want higher luck than that. Metal detector, 134 materials, not bad. Dangerous bunny, 159 materials, great. 65 healing from tentacle. The jerky was great. The lumberjack shirt didn't only sort of worked out because we ended up buying the ricochet, which kind of messed it up. But the ricochet led to just one of the more fun and interesting runs that I've done in a while, so I'm still happy with buying it, even though it wasn't strictly good. The pearls were good. Despite my math error on the broken mirrors, doubling the warrior helmet was really nice. Black flag, only 100 materials off black flag because we didn't find that much curse. 40 harvesting off the crown, not bad, even though we bought it super, super late. And hunting trophy paid for itself on that one wave, so it worked out. Estes' couch was good. It gave us a lot of regeneration. We ended up with 90 regen, so it just made the boss fights much cleaner. And that's pretty much it. So that was a bizarre run, but a super fun one, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like, helps me out with the algorithm. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.